Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking the raw biology of pig farming and flipping it into a highly profitable business playbook. We're going to break down the real science and the core strategy behind rapid growth pig breeds. And we're doing this by looking strictly at the data and the exact methods that top commercial farmers use to maximize their returns. So let's dive right in. 4 to 6 months. Now, in the commercial farming world, that is not just some random time frame. It's the golden window. Seriously, if you want to make actual money, 4 to 6 months is the exact amount of time you have to get a pig up to a market weight of 90 to 110 kilograms and cash out. Think about that for a second. That is a pig literally eating its way to the weight of a professional linebacker in the time it takes you to binge a couple of TV seasons. If you hit this window, your profit margins soar. But if you miss it, well, your feed costs are going to eat up absolutely every single penny of your potential earnings. Here is our roadmap to profitability for today. We're going to cover the profit window, meet the purebreds, discuss the power of crossbreeding, and finally do a management reality check.
All right, Section 1, the profit window.
So a lot of new farmers step into this business making a classic rookie mistake. They focus entirely on the feed. They kind of think that if they just pour mountains of food into the trough, the pig is naturally going to grow faster. But the pros, they know the secret. They treat pigs like highly efficient biological engines. The pro approach pairs high-quality feed with fast-growing genetics. Getting the right genetics means the pig reaches that market weight weeks earlier than a slower-growing breed. And that simple biological advantage does a few things. It slashes your feed costs, massively boosts your return on investment, and ensures you get strong disease resistance along with really high-quality meat.
Moving right along to Section 2, meet the purebreds.
First up on our roster, we've got the Duroc. And honestly, it's called the farmer's favorite for a really good reason. It is an absolute powerhouse. It reaches that crucial market weight in 5 to 6 months and has incredible feed conversion. That means it efficiently turns the grain you're buying into the weight you're selling, rather than just, producing extra manure. Plus, it yields incredibly tender, juicy meat. But what makes the Duroc a real game changer for commercial operations is its hardy body and strong legs. It performs exceptionally well across a bunch of different climates. It's basically the ideal biological engine, whether you're doing straightforward meat production or complex crossbreeding. Next up is the large white, which you might also know as the Yorkshire. This is easily one of the world's most popular commercial breeds. It's the absolute global standard for farmers who want the perfect balance. It delivers incredibly fast growth and really sought-after lean meat, sure, but it also brings exceptional breeding capabilities to the table. We're talking massive litters and excellent mothering ability. If your strategy relies on maintaining a solid breeding population while simultaneously churning out high-volume meat, the large white is your cornerstone breed, hands down. Then we have the Landrace. You can spot these guys right away by their distinctively long bodies and those famous drooping ears. But beyond the looks, it's an absolute staple for commercial volume. It gives you highly efficient feed conversion, rapid growth, and impressively large litter sizes. And because of that elongated body, which literally gives you extra physical space for premium cuts, the Landrace is world-renowned for yielding top-tier bacon and exceptional pork. For sheer commercial production volume, the Landrace is an absolute must-have. Now, if you're targeting a higher price point, the Hampshire is your go-to breed. They are instantly identifiable by their black body and that distinct white belt right around their shoulders. But you certainly aren't raising them for their fashionable looks. The Hampshire offers a remarkably lean carcass, really fast weight gain, excellent feed efficiency, and a famously strong immune system. So if your commercial strategy involves targeting premium pork markets, where lean, high-quality cuts fetch top dollar, the Hampshire hits the nail on the head. Finally, wrapping up our elite purebred list is the Pietrain. Its standout feature? The ability to produce extremely lean meat with an incredibly high muscle percentage. It offers outstanding carcass quality that buyers absolutely love. Now, it is a fantastic purebred on its own for sure, but its highest and best use in commercial farming is actually in crossbreeding programs. Farmers use it specifically to inject that superior meat quality and high muscle mass into other rapidly growing breeds. So, looking at all these elite breeds side by side, a super clear pattern pops out at you. Whether you choose the Duroc for its hardiness, the large white for the litters, the Landrace for extra bacon, the Hampshire for premium cuts, or the Pietrain for sheer muscle mass, every single one of these breeds, under good management, can hit that vital 5 to 6 month market age.
The genetics are proven. The potential is already locked in.
Let's jump into Section 3, the power of crossbreeding. Okay, purebreds are fantastic, obviously, but the true cheat code for highly profitable farms, that's crossbreeding. This is the strategic practice of mating two different purebreds to combine their absolute best traits. Why do commercial farms do this? Well, it triggers a biological phenomenon called hybrid vigor. This often results in even faster growth, hardier immune systems, and better quality pork than either purebred could possibly produce on its own. It essentially lets you hack the agricultural timeline, keeping your feed days to a minimum while pushing your profits to the max.
So, what does this look like in practice? Well, these are the exact combinations commercial farms rely on to build the ultimate pig. You've got the Duroc crossed with the large white, which combines a hardy, fast-growing nature with phenomenal litter sizes. You have the Duroc crossed with the Landrace, merging great feed conversion with that long, bacon-producing body. Then there's the large white crossed with the Landrace, a classic, literally unbeatable combination for massive, efficient commercial production. And finally, the Duroc crossed with the P-Train, blending incredible growth speed with unmatched muscle percentage and leanness. These hybrids right here, they are the true engines of the modern pork industry.
Which brings us to Section 4, the management reality check. Look, having elite genetics is basically useless if you don't have the foundation to support them. You can't put cheap gas in a Ferrari and expect it to win a race, right? To actually hit that 90 to 110 kilogram window in just 4 to 6 months, you have to execute perfectly on 4 key steps. First, you need to feed a perfectly balanced diet, getting those ratios of protein and energy exactly right. Second is environmental control. Pens must be kept immaculate and thoroughly dry. Third is health management. You have to stick to strict schedules for vaccinations and deworming, and always provide a constant, unrestricted supply of clean drinking water. And fourth, you absolutely have to reduce stress by strictly avoiding overcrowding. If you start with healthy piglets and nail these 4 steps, those elite genetics are going to do the heavy lifting for you.
So, what's the big takeaway from this explainer? It's that successful farming isn't just about raising pigs. It's about raising the right pigs the right way. You now understand the profit window, you know the exact purebreds and crossbreeds that can get you there, and you know the non-negotiable management steps required to sustain them. You've got the genetics playbook, you know the management rules. The only question left is, with all this biological advantage at your fingertips, are you ready to actually get started and redefine your farm's profitability?